Well, the first thing I would certainly like to do is to congratulate the fantastic presentations that we had before, and those are really the people in the show and their imagination. And they started many times saying, well, imagine this, imagine that, but no longer we need to imagine this is happening in Portugal. It's true. These high-quality profile people and their dreams are coming through here in Portugal. And the first thing that I would like to say now is certainly that the MIT Portugal program had a contribution to this, and it was also born from the imagination of FCT some years ago, the National Science Foundation in Portugal, that has this idea, well, what about if we become players in the international academic world? What about if we can join the best available people in Portugal in specific areas and join the best in the world, like it is, of course, MIT, and attract the best students to work with us. And this is basically the synthesis of MIT Portugal program. So Jonathan Green said something very interesting, that people like to gather in groups. This is not a property in universities, at least in Portugal. So it was a great effort to have all the people working together and attracting the people to create critical mass in these 4 areas that we are acting in MIT Portugal program. And in fact, we succeed doing this, so we are working in areas that are very much aligned with the areas that we are seeing here today, not by coincidence. So in bioengineering area, engineering design and advanced manufacturing, sustainable energy systems and transportation systems. And all the program is only about people. So we want to educate the leaders that are around us and that will be around us in the future. And this is very important. That's why we are having these PhD programs in this area, executive master programs in this area, and the numbers speak about us. So we have already engaged about 600 students in these years. We have currently in our classes about 417 students, making 371 master students. And this constitutes, of course, our strength, and that's where we are building capacity, and that's what we want to achieve. Of course, one of the goals was to attract people from all over the world, and indeed we have already students from 28 countries in the world. And we are invested in promoting entrepreneurship and innovation. And of course, one of the components is to have this built in our programs. And we have since the beginning, and in our classes, we have 2 types of events that we are providing to the students during the 1 year they have classes. And then, of course, with this wonderful partnership with ISCTE, we are then nurturing this cycle, and we have the intention, of course, of having these students promoting their own businesses, promoting their own ideas, and creating value out of them. But that's what you are seeing here today. So in what concerns to what we are telling and teaching to our students, we have, for example, the bio teams, which is an experience where the teams have to develop an idea and transform this idea into a business. And of course, we have courses on innovation and entrepreneurship. All of these guided by our MIT colleagues that are here. Luis Barros assumed the leadership of this process this year, and he will be with us explaining all these things a little bit later on. Of course, this already gave some fruits. We have already a startup community from our students, Cell2B, which is an early stage biotech company, which is developing life-safe cells, cells approaches to develop different techniques, for example, which for enhancing the success of transportation, Silico Life, Matera, STEM Matters, so a set of companies that are working in the life sciences based on our biotechnology framework. And, for example, 2 companies that work on the area of energy that came also up from our former students. What is intelligent solutions? And this is an important endeavor to take more value out of, for example, the smart meters, or RetroSim, which is, of course, dedicated to building more efficient, to rebuild more efficient buildings. But all of these comes also together with working with companies, so promoting innovation in well-established companies. That's of course also very important. We have different projects, just to mention a few, with Continental, where we are developing a new system based on vision to enhance the process of confirming the ability of them to produce good tires, and with Galp Energy to develop new business models based on smart meters and new approaches to their clients. We are also in the area of which brings together product development together with the life sciences. We have this medical devices area, and we have developing, for example, orthoses that enhance the movement of the feet, and these have been developing in close cooperation with the companies and now coming up also to potentially marketable products. In the area of stem cell, I've also already mentioned this type of cooperation. We are working with hospitals, and we are in fact enhancing the capacity of cell therapy and treating patients, and in fact we are very happy to say that already 8 patients have benefited from these pioneer treatments. About the future. So we have just been developing the strategy for the second phase of the MIT Portugal program together with FCT, and it has been clear that the success of the program is on focusing more and more resources to attract partners from industry, companies, and then to engage our students in large, what we will call large test bed projects. And these projects are in our areas and very aligned again with what we have been seeing here today. So energy and transportation systems, very much based on cities, smart, what is called nowadays the smart cities, integrated energy systems, and the biomedical devices, aeronautics and mobility systems in engineering design and advanced manufacturing, and then cell and tissue engineering for clinical therapies. We are hoping that the success of the past and the critical mass that is involved in this program of bright students from anywhere, from everywhere in the world, and of course working together with companies, can only support this effort that is being developed with ISCTE and promote more and more successful initiatives from students that together with industrial people can promote these entrepreneur ventures, and above all, to promote what we need in Portugal is to add value to the economy based on science. This is our purpose, this is our mission, and we can only thank the people that have presented before and the people that are going to be engaged in the future, and to say that we are on earned service. We want, of course, to be useful and to be permanently engaged in making this a success with our friends in MIT and with the support of FCT. So thank you very much for these brief moments.